Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the swearing ceremony for the Board of Ed this evening. At this time, I'd like to call City of Elizabeth Second Ward Councilman Nelson Gonzalez to do the swearing in and invite Isaias Rivera and his family to come forward.
Okay. Then I gotta put my. No, porque voy a hablar, tengo que tener mi mano derecha.
Whenever you're ready. Ready? I state your name.
I, Isaias Jacob Rivera,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and that I will bear true faith and allegiance
and that I will bear true faith and allegiance
to the same
to the same
and to the governments established in the United States
and to the governments established in the United States
and this state
and this state,
under the authority of the people.
under the authority of the people.
So help me God.
So help me God.
I state your name.
I, Isaias Jacob Rivera,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I possess the qualifications
that I possess the qualifications
prescribed by law
prescribed by law
for the office of member of a Board of Education.
for the office of member of the Board of Education,
I am not disqualified as a voter
that I am not disqualified as a voter
pursuant to a revised statute,
pursuant to a revised statute,
that's NJSA 19:4-1,
that's NJSA 19:4-1,
4-1. I am not disqualified
that I am not disqualified
due to conviction of a crime or offense
due to conviction of a crime or offense
listed in
listed in
NJSA
NJSA
18A:12-1,
18A:12-1,
and that I will faithfully,
and that I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly
and justly
perform all the duties
perform all the duties
of that office according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations,
Thank you.
Commissioner.
Just to make it official, here is the certificate of election. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I got something for you to sign after this, okay? I got a piece of paper for you to sign.
Just let me know.
Next, I'd like to call County Commissioner Lourdes Leon to do the swearing in and invite Diane Barbosa and her family to come forward.
Please, you're gonna come right here, okay? By Daddy. Okay, you're gonna hold it. You're gonna hold it. Where's my mom? Come. Okay. Right here with me. Okay, right here. You hold it, okay? You can do it. I'll put it there. Ready? You're ready. Ready or not? Hold on, like this.
I state your name,
I, Diane Barbosa,
do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States
do solemnly swear that I will accept the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and that I will bear true faith and allegiance
and that I will bear true faith and allegiance
to the same and to the governments established
to the same and to the governments established
in the United States and this state,
in the United States and this state,
under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people.
so help me God.
So help me God.
I state your name,
I, Diane Barbosa,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I possess the qualifications
that I possess the qualifications
prescribed by law
prescribed by law
for the office of member of a Board of Education,
for the office for a member of the Board of Education,
that I am not disqualified as a voter
that I am not disqualified as a voter
pursuant to a revised statute,
pursuant by statute,
NJSA
NJSA
19:4:1,
1944:1,
and that I am not disqualified due to a conviction of a crime
and that I'm not disqualified due to a conviction of a crime
or offense listed in NJSA
or offense listed in NJSA
18A
18A
12:1,
12:1,
and that I will faithfully,
and that I will faithfully,
impartially, and justly perform
impartially, and justly perform
all the duties of the office according
all the duties of the office according
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Diane, just to make it official, here's your certificate of election.
Thank you so much, Mr. Kennedy.
Could you all please rise? I'd like to ask City of Elizabeth Judge Carl Marshall to come forward for the swearing in. And ask Stan Naran and his family to come forward also.
It's my turn. No, it said it's my turn. That's all good. He's taking the oath.
Stand next to Daddy right here. Stand right here. All right. We're gonna both use mics, and then you need your hand up.
Okay.
You need your right hand. Push it like this. There you go. Ready?
I, Stanley Neron,
Do affirm
do affirm
that I will support the Constitution
that I will support the Constitution
of the United States
of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and that I will bear true faith
and that I will bear true faith
and allegiance
and allegiance
to the same
to the same
and to the governments
and to the governments
established in the United States
established in the United States
and this state
and this state
under the authority of the people.
under the authority of the people.
So help me God.
So help me God.
I
I, Stanley Neron,
do solemnly affirm
do solemnly affirm
that I will possess the qualifications
that I will possess the qualifications
prescribed by law
prescribed by law
for the office of member
for the office of member
of Board of Education,
of Board of Education,
that I am not disqualified
that I am not disqualified. No, it
As a-
says we're not disqualified.
as a voter
As a voter,
pursuant to a revised statute,
pursuant to the revised statute,
NJSA,
NJSA,
Title 19,
Title 19,
colon 4-1,
colon 4-1,
that I am not disqualified
that I am not disqualified
due to conviction of a crime
due to conviction of a crime
or offense
or offense
listed in
listed in
NJSA,
NJSA,
Title 18A,
Title 18A,
colon 12-1,
colon 12-1,
and that I will faithfully,
and that I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly perform
and justly perform
all the duties
all the duties
of that office according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations, Commissioner.
Thank you.
You gonna say congratulations, Dad? Dad.
Daddy.
Yes, you can say it by yourself. Okay.
Okay.
You want to say it again?
We're gonna do it. Say T.
Okay, God bless.
Okay. We're gonna just want to have a special request. I've been doing this now. This is my 10th year in office, and I couldn't have done it without the community here. So I want my board members, our mayor, our city council, and the community members who are here to join me as we take a group picture, because this is how we do this. We do this as a community. We do this together. One team, one dream. So please join me up here so we can take a entire family picture. Come on up, folks. Yeah, mayor, city council, everybody, community, all those who have ever worked on my campaign, all my friends, my family who are here. Come on up. Mr. Miller, come on. Derek, come on. Let's do this. Yeah.
You done say everybody work on a campaign. Everybody in the whole room.
Hey, it's what it is. Okay, on the count of one, we're going to say one team, one dream. All right, 1, 2, 3. We're going to say one team, one dream. All right, 1, 2, 3. Right.
You said help on my campaign. Congratulations to you too. Happy New Year.
How you doing?
Good, good. Happy New Year. How are you? Great, great. Why do I have the microphone?
My phone.
No.
I don't want.
What's that? Good golly, Miss Molly. Show like Jerome.
Here you go.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. This is the annual reorganization meeting of the Board of Education. Pursuant to New Jersey statutes and the rules adopted by the Board of Education, notice that this meeting was sent to the Star Ledger and Cablevision Elizabeth on December 23, 2022. In addition, this notice is posted on the bulletin board in the lobby of the Mitchell Building, 500 North Broad Street, and pursuant to this act, a copy has been filed with the City Clerk of Elizabeth. There will be a public portions for citizens to address the board. Participants for the public portion may sign in up to the start of the public speaking so that they may have the opportunity to speak. Sign-in sheet states the name, address, telephone number, and the reason that the person wants to comment, whether it's an agenda item or a general election comment. I'll take the roll call. Barbosa?
Here.
Carvalho?
Here.
Chevres? Here. Dorsley?
Here.
Jacobs? Marina Ortega?
Present.
Neron?
Here.
Goncalves Pestana?
Present.
Rivera? Our first order of business is to take nominations for the election of the president. So I'll take nominations, and there's no second needed.
Mr. Kennedy, I'd like to nominate Eliana Chevres for president.
Mrs. Chevres, any other nominations? Can I have a motion and a second to close nominations?
I'd like to motion the nomination for Mrs. Chevres.
I second that motion.
Motion has been made and properly second. Vote by saying yes, since there's only one candidate. I'm sorry, this is to close. Barbosa?
Yes.
Carvalho?
Yes.
Chevres?
Yes.
Dorsley?
Yes.
Jacobs? Marina Ortega?
Yes.
Neron?
Yes.
Goncalves Pestana?
Yes.
Rivera?
Yes.
Now I'll vote for the president, since there's one candidate, Mrs. Chevres. Barbosa?
Yes.
Carvalho?
Yes.
Chevres?
Yes.
Dorsley?
Yes.
Jacobs?
Yes.
Marina Ortega?
Yes.
Neron?
Yes.
Goncalves Pestana?
Yes.
Rivera?
Yes.
Mrs. Chevres is our new president.
Okay. I would like to thank my college for their support. I would like to thank my college for their support. Ready to go?
The next order is to take nominations for vice president of the board.
Madam President, I'd like to nominate Charlene Bathlis for vice president of the Board of Education.
Any other nominations? Can I have a motion and a second to close nominations?
I make a motion.
And I second that motion.
Mr. Kennedy, please take the roll call.
Thank you.
Vote to close the nomination.
Barbosa?
Yes.
Carvalho?
Yes.
Chevres?
Yes.
Dorsley,
Yes.
Jacobs. Marina Ortega,
Yes.
Neron,
Yes.
Goncalves Pestana,
Yes.
Rivera.
Yes.
Now the vote for Mrs. Dorsley, Barbosa,
Yes.
Carvalho,
Yes.
Dorsley,
Yes.
Jacobs. Marina Ortega,
Yes.
Neron,
Yes.
Goncalves Pestana,
Yes.
Rivera,
Yes.
Chevres.
Yes.
Mrs. Dorsley is our vice president of the board.
I wish to congratulate our new elected Vice President, Charlene Dorgerly, and ask if she would like to say a few words.
Thank you. Just have some water first. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Okay. First, I would like to thank my family. My husband, my mom, my brothers, and my beautiful niece. Thank you for your unwavering love and support as I embark on my 11th year on the Board of Education. And I also want to thank my in-laws who are here as well. To my colleagues, thank you for selecting me to serve as this year's Elizabeth Board of Education Vice President. I hope my leadership and example on this board will continue to inspire others, especially our students, so one day they too can lead. I know that change does not happen overnight or instantly, but if we continue to keep the staff and students top of mind, we will always succeed together in spite of the challenges we may face. I want to touch on mental health. The mental health crisis is universal. There are many faces of suicide, depression, and anxiety that affect not only adults, but teens and children as well. We never know what others are facing in their lives, so be courteous and kind. Please remember, you matter, you are necessary, and you are loved. Please feel free to reach out to one of our certified staff because they are here to help. Lastly, as I begin my journey as Vice President of the Board of Education, I will continue to be dedicated to making a difference in my community, but more importantly, to the students in our district. To Ileana, my running mate and colleague, as you begin your journey as President, know that I am here for you. Remember to remain committed and persevere despite what challenges stand before you. United as one team, one dream, nothing can stop us. Thank you and God bless.
Thank you, Madam Vice President. Now I would like to congratulate Relate Board Member Diane Barbosa and ask if she would like to say a few words.
Thank you, Madam President. Congratulations. My message tonight is very simple. It's one of gratitude, one, and togetherness. Gratitude. Gratitude to our community, the voters that have given me another term on the board. Gratitude to the over 28,000 students I serve. Gratitude to the 4,800 employees I serve. Gratitude to the administration that I serve with. Gratitude to my running mates and my 8 board members that each have an attribute and strength that we build together as a board. Gratitude to my friends that have become family, and my family. My husband, for all his support in all my dreams with my Barbosa butterfly. My mom, for being my mom, and for my dad, for being who he is. My Juju and my Matthew, for teaching me new definitions of two particular words, kindness and inclusion. Thank you for you. Whether you're a slow learner, whether you're a fast learner, you are one. Whether you work our day shift in our schools or you work our night shift in our schools, you are one. Whether your voice is clear or hard to understand, you are one. You are one of the most important reasons that I sit here. So let me bring it together. I just stood in front of you and I got sworn in. And as I stood there, I felt my body tingling. And you do feel like a sense of numbness, but there's warmth that goes all through your body. Why? Because I believe so much in what I say. I believe so much and passionate of the oath that I took. The adrenaline comes, the nerves comes, but then you get to the last line. And Commissioner Leon, you can help me with the last line. So help me God. And at that moment, you know, we're not alone. We are on this path together. We are working for two very important, imminent traits: education and our children. We must do it together. So help us, God. Happy New Year. God bless you, and God bless the Elizabeth Public Schools. Thank you, Madam President.
Thank you, Commissioner Barbosa. I would like to congratulate Relate Board Member Stanley Needham and ask if he would like to say a few words.
Thank you, Madam President, and congratulations to you. And thank you to everyone here this evening gathered with us for this very special moment. I'm honored to yet be able to serve you again. But tonight, I just want to say, we have to address the why. And when I sat here 10 years ago and took the oath of office, I wanted to really change the district and do some things that were much needed. Today, I've continued to do that, but with an added incentive. I'm a proud husband and a proud father who understands what it's like to be a dad, a parent in this school district of 30,000 young people, and what it's like raising a young black boy in America today. And my mission is very clear of what my why is. That I not only stand for my son, but the children of this country, the children of the world, to make sure that we exemplify and show them and make sure that we ingrain in them that education is a right, not a privilege. And to our educators, you've been giving the honor to educate our children. Don't take it for granted. And the fact that we have the right to be educated, let us not all take education for granted, and I'm talking to our students who are in schools. In order for us to accomplish this successfully, we do it the way we started this meeting when I got sworn in. We do it as a community. And when I wanted the community to stand up with us tonight and celebrate this achievement, we do it as a community. None of us single board members can accomplish anything. No one parent can accomplish anything. No one teacher, janitor, custodian, kitchen worker, cook, chef, you name it. Not even the President of the United States, he cannot do it alone without a Congress and Senate. He needs an entire community to get what he needs to get done. And I implore you to stand with us, stand with your teachers, get involved, get engaged, and be the village that our children need in order for them to succeed. I thank you for this privilege. I thank you for this opportunity. And I promise I will not let you down. And we will continue to fight, fight, fight until all our children receive the right that they're supposed to have, and that's an education in a free world with a free mind. Thank you. God bless the Elizabeth Public Schools. God bless you all. And congratulations to all of you for this wonderful moment and our amazing team, our superintendent, our administration and staff. And I want to give a special shout out to our mayor for having vision for our city and getting us this far. So let's give him a big round of applause. And I would be remiss if I did not thank again my wife, my son, my parents, my brother, and all my entire family, and all of you who have gathered here tonight. Thank you again. God bless you, and I love you all.
Thank you, Commissioner Nero. I would like to congratulate our new board member, Isaiah Rivera, and ask if he would like to say a few words.
Yes, thank you. Last night, I was talking to my 5-year-old son, Noah, and I said, Noah, tomorrow we have a big day. He said, why? I said, your father has a swearing-in ceremony. He said, why? Because your daddy wants to give back to the community. And then he just looked at me as if to say, why? And when my parents moved from Ecuador, we first moved into Perth Amboy. And do you know what the teacher said to my mom? She said that I was a lousy writer and that I had mental deficiencies. And my mom did not take that lightly. And she said, no, my son doesn't have that. And so my parents left Perth Amboy and they moved to Elizabeth. And I started attending the Elizabeth School District. Fast forward a few years later, I brought my yearbook and I wanted to read with you what one of my teachers said. It says, Dear Isaiah, it has been an absolute joy teaching you these past 2 years. I feel honored to have had you in my class. Your brand of excellence mixed with humor is rare. Don't lose it. I hope you have a good time as much as I had with you. Be happy, stay safe, and good luck. Think globally, act locally. Love, Mrs. Toy. That is the kind of teachers that we have in Elizabeth. That is the kind of administrators that we have here in this district. I am a product of the Elizabeth School District, and ever since I graduated college, I wanted to give back to the community. And I'm just grateful for everyone that has seen that vision and believed in me, and for believing in me and for allowing me to be here. So thank you all, and always remember, a little word of positive encouragement can go a long way. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Isaiah Rivera. Commissioner Rivera. Thank you to my college. And now I would like to share with our community a few of my vision as a board president. Good evening, everyone, again, and thank you, everyone who was joining us this evening. First, I want to congratulate the board members who are returning to serve another 3-year term on the Elizabeth Board of Education, as well as Isaiah Rivera, who was sworn in to his first term this evening. For those of us who were already serving on the board, our work continues to ensure we are providing the Elizabeth community a high-quality school system. And for Isaiah, we look forward to working with you. I'm confident you will be a great asset to our board, our school, our children, and the greater community. Serving on the school board is a difficult position that requires a great deal of support by family, friends, and community. I especially want to thank the members of my family, Tony, Ana Mari, José, Chelito, Lenny, y todos mis amigos que están aquí hoy, all my friends. Thank you, who are always by my side when it's coming to giving back to the community. I love the community. On any given Saturday, they may ask what we are doing, and the answer may be something like, we had soccer, we had events, we are serving food here, and then we are going over there. They understand how important serving the community is to me and empower me to continue for the benefit of those who need support. I thank my fellow board member who has also shown such a strong and tireless commitment to serving Elizabeth Public School families and the Elizabeth community. It's truly inspiring to work alongside people who are so dedicated and providing the highest quality education and best services possible to the Elizabeth students and family. I know that we will accomplish many great things together again during this year, 2023. I also thank you, the members of the community, for blessing me with this opportunity to serve you and to be able to make difference in the life of our youth. I think I share the sentiment of the board in saying that I want us to inspire the best in each other by working as a team. We want to partner with you through effective communication, hearing your concern, and coming together as a team to resolve issues. I look forward to providing the members of our community with opportunities to make their voice heard and share their concern with the members of this board throughout this year. For as long I had lived in Elizabeth, I have served this community even during the most difficult of times. We have shown how strong and successful we can be when we work together. It's very important to me that we as a board and our school district staff reach out and educate our community about the programs we have here at the Elizabeth Public School. For example, our special needs and after-school program are one that I hold close to my heart. I want to ensure our students have the resources necessary to have the very best experience possible. I will always be one of our students' stronger advocate. I will do everything in my power to make sure that they will have every opportunity to achieve academic and developmental success and grow up to be caring, responsible, and successful, and grow up be caring adult. As a board member and as a parent, I believe an open, sustained connection between the board, the school district, and the family of our school is vital to that type of success. We will continue to promote parent activities to develop expanding partnership and strengthen our instructional resource and change the connection between our school and our families and while empower our students to succeed. In closing, I want to thank the residents of Elizabeth one more for providing me the opportunity to serve this great community and my fellow board members. Thank you for entrusting me to serve as this board president. I take this responsibility very seriously. I will give it the respect and attention it deserves to provide our community with a school system of which it can be proud. Thank you all for your continued support to this board, our school district, and most important, our students. Thank you. Gracias a todos. Now, Mr. Kennedy, what is the next agenda? Next item in agenda?
The next item is appointment of co-general counsel. Be it resolved that Mr. Edward J. Clogy of Clogy Simmons, counselors at law, and Mr. Robert F. Verity of LaCourte, Bundy, Verity, and Kinsella shall be appointed as co-general counsel for the Board of Education for a term that shall commence immediately and until the next reorganization meeting.
May I have the motion and second?
I make a motion to appoint our general counsel.
Madam President, I make a second motion.
Okay. The motion has been made and properly seconded. Are there any comment or question? Mr. Kennedy, roll call, please.
Barbosa.
Yes.
Carvalho.
Yes.
Dorsley.
Yes.
Jacobs.
Yes.
Marina Ortega.
Yes.
Neron.
Yes.
Goncalves Pestana.
Yes.
Rivera.
Yes.
Chevres.
Yes.
Mr. Clogy.
Congratulations.
Next order of business is the introduction of the rules of governance.
May I have the motion and second to adopt the resolution?
I move to adopt the resolution.
Second that motion.
The motion has been made and properly seconded. Are there any comments or questions? Seeing none, Mr. Kennedy, roll call, please.
Barbosa.
Yes.
Carvalho.
Yes.
Dorsley.
Yes.
Jacobs. Marina Ortega,
Yes.
Neron,
Yes.
Goncalves Pestana,
Yes.
Rivera,
Yes.
Chevres.
Yes. Okay. Mr. Kennedy, now before we open the public portion, we want to invite the elected official to want to say a few words and recognize the mayor we have here, Commissioner Leon, Assemblywoman Quijano. I think we had the consul Carlos Torres, Nelson Gonzalez, Manny Grova, Commissioner Granado, Carlos Cedeño, and Councilwoman Perkins. Okay, we can continue with the agenda.
At this time, the microphones are open for public comment to those who have personally signed in prior to the start of the meeting. She'll call the individuals to the microphone based on the order of the sign-in. Each statement made by a participant shall be limited to 3 minutes in duration. The time limit will be strictly enforced, and audio transmission will be terminated at the end of 3 minutes. The total time of public comment shall be limited to 60 minutes. No individual is able to yield their time to another individual. All statements shall be directed to the presiding officer. No participant may address or question board members individually. The following rules for public participation shall apply. Time limits will be strictly enforced. No personal attacks on individuals. No vulgar or indecent language. Person may address the board no more than once during a single meeting. Speakers should refrain from naming individuals. Comments or questions posed during public participation will not be debated. The presiding officers may interrupt, warn, or terminate a participant's statement when the statement is too lengthy, personally directive, abusive, obscene, or irrelevant. Request any individual to leave the meeting when that person does not observe reasonable decorum. Request the assistance of law enforcement officers in the removal of a disorderly person when that person's conduct interferes with the orderly process of the meeting. Call for a recess or an adjournment to another time when the lack of public decorum so interferes with the orderly conduct of the meeting as to warrant such action. As a reminder, this is a meeting of the board and public, not a meeting of the public. Our first speaker is Maria Lorenz from Elizabeth.
Good evening, everyone. At the last board meeting, there were 2 people that had signed up to speak. And instead of listening to the 3 minutes that was allowed for each person to speak, you all took a vote not to allow that person to speak. All it is was 3 minutes of each person's time to hear what they had to say. I don't think you're public servants as you claim to be. I think you're self-serving. You serve yourself. Your job is to listen to the concerns of the community, and the concerns at that time was a school employee who was arrested, who is still sitting in the Essex County Jail because he had more ammunition that was legally allowed and a gun, and he was on school property. Further investigation led to he had FBI jackets at home, a vest, and grenades. And every single one of you, except the newest board member, knew about it. Every single one of you knew about it. There was no communication to the public. We had to hear it from NJ.com. Not only is that dereliction of duty, you failed your community, the same ones that you just filled your mouths and talking that you serve. That's disgusting. The public is here and thinks that they can trust you, but they can't. They can't trust you as far as they can spit or throw you. They can't. And I think it's absolutely shameful that you will sit there with your smug faces and take a vote and say no. You don't want to hear what the public has to say. But then again, everybody understands you're self-serving. You're not here to serve us. You're here to serve yourselves. That comes in many forms. Comes in the forms of maybe some of your family members getting jobs. We've seen it happen. Comes in many, many forms, but it's not for the public. You're self-serving in the form of giving jobs to other people and getting ethics charges like Mr. Nirvan and Ms. Carvalho. That's what you do. Let me remind you, since we're off to a new year and you're all patting yourselves on the back, public participation, there is actually a policy that you have that states that public participation should be listed on an agenda, which it never is. It would be nice if the public knew when they can actually talk. It would be nice if you followed your own policies, but we know that you're very much incapable of doing that, just like you're very much incapable of informing the public when you have a school employee that runs around with guns and ammo around our children and you say nothing. Shame on you. And I want to thank Charlene Bathelus because she's the only board member there with any form of decorum or decency that you lack.
Next. Kaysan Little from Elizabeth.
All right, so I can't even say good evening because unfortunately nothing is good about our evening. Many concerns have still yet have been addressed, fall on deaf ears, whether it's from the racism from school leaders, or if it's from school employees that you have wished to cover up but yet to have notified the community about this guy running around with a gun, or if it's to you discriminating against the content of people's free speech of who can speak or not. Like you tried, not didn't try, but you did refrain me from speaking at the last meeting. You continue to do these deplorable acts and think that the community is not going to be outraged about that? Or we're not going to hold you some type of account? Who do you serve? And this is to all elected leaders in the room. Who do you serve? Who do you serve? Is it ourselves and our friends and our family members that help us get in those seats, or is it our children in our everyday classrooms? Why wasn't the community informed that the employee was arrested on school grounds and had those weapons? Madam Superintendent and members of the board, why did you have to dispel that information after Maria came here and made that public? You stated that some things have to be private due to an investigation. And that can still be true, but we can still also inform the community that we had something that was harmful around your children in their educational and our educational environment. So we can inform the community at the same time and still protect some protected activity that you needed to, adhere to. And still include the community in the process of what is harmful to their children's education. The meeting before last, I spoke about a cease and desist letter that a school principal attorney sent to me because I amplified her racist acts in one of our schools. Where were the lies there, Madam Superintendent? I thought she was suspended and then moved to the Mitchell building. Where were the lies? Why do I have to cease and desist from mentioning her after she dehumanized and degraded our kids by calling them monkeys? Where were the lies? But you want somebody to cease and desist? No, I cease and desist from racism. I cease and desist her white supremacy. I cease and desist her from trying to dehumanize black people for who we are, because the last thing we are is monkeys. And we're more than that. We're descendants of kings and queens. So I don't yield back until we fully dismantle racism and white supremacy within our own schools.
Next is Jonathan Yelverton. Excuse me, Mr. Yelverton, excuse me. You have the same address as the previous speaker? That's what's written down here.
What about it?
I'm just saying, do you live at the same address as the previous speaker? Because that's what you wrote down here.
Yes, I know what I wrote down. That's none of your business where I live. That's an address where I live. Reclaiming my time. As I share the same sentiment as my brother Kason, my sister Maria, all of you ought to be ashamed of yourself. The way that you handled that situation with that employee with that gun, how he had access to the students in Elizabeth's public schools, and how none of the parents were notified, and how you kept all of this under the rug. Shame on all of you. If that was some of your children, how would you have responded? I don't think you would have responded the same way. We love our children just like you love yours. And no child should be put in jeopardy that way. Someone could have been killed. This man was walking around with an assault rifle with casings, exposing our children at risk. And the systemic racism that still lies within the public school system, when you have a former principal, vice principal, who made those racist comments to a black student who was paid to de-escalate a situation where she escalated the situation and used an alternative to call our child a monkey, and you sit there with your faces like you're not surprised. I guess that's acceptable to you. Again, would you allow your child to be talked to that way, to make them feel like they're nothing? This is the environment that you allow that has been created within the school system. It's rampant. And it is completely unacceptable. Unacceptable. That's why we're here. I was told by one of your board members that I wasn't coming back. Well, guess what? I'm back. You see me. And I'm going to keep coming back until we stomp out this systemic racism that is permeant through this school system that you all have allowed. Shame on all of you.
That's our last speaker, Madam President.
Okay, can we continue with the next item in the agenda?
The next is the election of a representative of the Union County Educational Services Commission.
Okay. I would like to nominate Commissioner Rosa Moreno. Are there any other nominations? Hearing none, may I have a motion to close the nomination?
I make a motion to close the nomination.
The motion has been made and properly. We need a second?
Yes.
I second that motion, Madam President.
Okay, thank you. The motion has been made and properly seconded. Are there any comment or questions? Mr. Kennedy, roll call, please.
Barbosa.
Yes.
Carvalho.
Yes.
Dorsley.
Yes.
Jacobs. Yes. Marina Ortega.
Yes.
Neron.
Yes.
Goncalves Pestana.
Yes.
Rivera.
Yes.
Chevres.
Yes. May I have a motion to approve Rosa Moreno Ortega as the representative of the Union County Educational Service Commission?
Did we just do that?
I make a motion.
Thank you.
Or for the nomination? No,
Is there a second?
I second that nomination.
Thank you.
the motion has been made and properly seconded. Are there any comments, questions? Mr. Kennedy, roll call, please.
Barbosa.
Yes.
Carvalho.
Yes.
Dorsley.
Yes.
Jacobs. Marina Ortega.
Yes.
Neron.
Yes.
Goncalves Pestana.
Yes.
Rivera.
Yes.
Chevres.
Yes.
And there are other committee assignments that I believe you want to elect to defer till the next board meeting.
So, to the election.
Thank you.
Okay. May I have the motion and second?
Nope. Next thing is the
The official result.
official results of the school board election on November 8th with Barbosa, Neron, and Mr. Rivera winning the election.
Madam President, I make a motion to accept the official results of the school board election.
I second that motion.
The motion has been made and properly seconded. Are there any comments or questions? Mr. Kennedy, roll call, please.
Barbosa.
Yes.
Carvalho.
Yes.
Dorsley.
Yes.
Jacobs. Marina Ortega.
Yes.
Neron.
Yes.
Goncalves Pestana.
Yes.
Rivera.
Yes.
Chevres.
Yes.
Next is the designation of official media.
Okay. May I have the motion and second to the designation of the official media services?
I move to accept the designation of the official media services.
I second that motion.
The motion has been made and properly seconded. Are there any comment or question? Mr. Kennedy, roll call, please.
Barbosa.
Yes.
Carvalho.
Yes.
Dorsley.
Yes.
Jacobs. Marina Ortega.
Yes.
Neron.
Yes.
Goncalves Pestana.
Yes.
Rivera.
Yes.
Chevres.
Yes.
Next is a designation of the board's depositories for school funds.
I make a motion to accept the designation of the depositories.
I second that motion.
The motion has been made and properly seconded. Are there any comments or questions? Mr. Kennedy, roll call, please.
Barbosa.
Yes.
Carvalho.
Yes.
Dorsley.
Yes.
Jacobs. Marina Ortega.
Yes.
Neron.
Yes.
Goncalves Pestana.
Yes.
Rivera.
Yes.
Chevres.
Yes.
Next is a resolution for approval of our insurance health benefits consultant.
May I have the motion and second?
Madam President, I make a motion to accept the resolution of the appointment of the insurance health benefits consultant.
Second.
The motion has been made and properly seconded. Are there any comments or questions? Mr. Kennedy, roll call, please.
The insurance health benefit consultant is Economic Planning Group from Edison. Role is Barbosa.
Yes.
Carvalho.
Yes.
Dorsley.
Yes.
Jacobs. Marina Ortega.
Yes.
Neron.
Yes.
Goncalves Pestana.
Yes.
Rivera.
Yes.
Chevres.
Yes.
Next is a resolution for appointment of auditors. Resolved that the Elizabeth Board of Education appoints Suppley Clooney, Westfield, New Jersey, as the district's auditors to provide a professional accounting audit services related to the district's comprehensive annual financial report.
May I have the motion and second?
One second. And also resolving that Lurch, Fincy, and Bliss LLP shall provide accounting, auditing, labor, and litigation support for the district for a term commencing immediately until the next reorganization meeting.
May I have the motion and second?
I make a motion to appoint the auditors.
I second that motion.
The motion has been made and properly seconded. Are there any comments or questions? Mr. Kennedy, roll call, please.
Barbosa.
Yes.
Carvalho.
Yes.
Dorsley.
Yes.
Jacobs. Marina Ortega.
Yes.
Neron.
Yes.
Goncalves Pestana.
Yes.
Rivera.
Yes.
Chevres.
Yes.
Appointment of Chief Medical Inspector Guillermo Munoz, Dr. Guillermo Munoz.
I make a motion to appoint the Chief Medical Inspector.
Second.
The motion has been made and properly seconded. Are there any comments or questions? Mr. Kennedy, roll call, please.
Barbosa.
Yes.
Carvalho.
Yes.
Dorsley.
Yes.
Jacobs. Marina Ortega.
Yes.
Neron.
Yes.
Goncalves Pestana.
Yes.
Rivera.
Yes.
Chevres.
Yes.
Appointment of medical inspectors, Dr. James Perez, Dr. Guillermo Munoz, and the Union County Health Care Associates.
I make a motion to appoint medical inspectors.
Second.
Second.
The motion has been made and properly seconded. Are there any comments or questions? Mr. Kennedy, roll call, please.
Barbosa.
Yes.
Carvalho.
Yes.
Dorsley.
Yes.
Jacobs.
Yes.
Marina Ortega.
Yes.
Neron.
Yes.
Goncalves Pestana.
Yes.
Rivera.
Yes.
Chevres.
Yes.
Appointment of Treasurer of School Monies, Louis C. May, CPA and Associates.
May I have a motion and second?
Madam President, make a motion to appoint the Treasurer of School Monies.
I second that motion.
The motion has been made and properly seconded. Are there any comments or questions? Mr. Kennedy, roll call, please.
Barbosa.
Yes.
Carvalho.
Yes.
Dorsley.
Yes.
Jacobs. Marina Ortega.
Yes.
Neron.
Yes.
Goncalves Pestana.
Yes.
Rivera.
Yes.
Chevres.
Yes.
Next is a resolution for our schedule of board meetings.
Make a motion to accept the schedule of the board meetings.
I second that motion.
The motion has been made and properly seconded. Are there any comments or questions? Mr. Kennedy, roll call, please.
Barbosa.
Yes.
Carvalho.
Yes.
Dorsley.
Yes.
Jacobs. Marina Ortega.
Yes.
Neron.
Yes.
Goncalves Pestana.
Yes.
Rivera.
Yes.
Chevres.
Yes.
Resolution for appointing a public relations firm, Strategic Message Management.
May I have a motion and second?
I make a motion to
approve.
appoint, oh. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Steph.
Okay. To appoint a public relations firm to represent the Elizabeth Board of Education.
I second that motion.
The motion has been made and properly seconded. Are there any comments or questions? Mr. Kennedy, roll call, please.
Barbosa.
Yes.
Carvalho.
Yes.
Dorsley.
Yes.
Jacobs. Marina Ortega.
Yes.
Neron.
Yes.
Goncalves Pestana.
Yes.
Rivera.
Yes.
Chevres.
Yes.
And that concludes the agenda.
Okay. Okay. May I have a motion and second to adjourn the meeting?
I move to.
Excuse me, Madam President.
Yes.
Just want to recognize the students from our 7 high schools who are in student leadership and representatives to the board. I know it's a long time coming. Can you please stand so we can give them a big round of applause? They'll be serving us for this upcoming year. And we are very proud of them that they've taken the initiative to take leadership, and we can't do it without you. And, you know, we work for you, and we need to hear your voice and your opinions. So thank you for your service. Thank you for volunteering, and thank you for being up late on a school night with us here at the Board of Education. We appreciate you.
Thank you, Commissioner Nero. Any other board member?
And one last. So I'm going to flip this on y'all real quick. So, pour tout le monde qui t'a attendu m'daller, I'm parlant créole pour yo, pour tout le monde qui t'a attendu, like en Haïti, ici, I'm saying this in Creole. Je veux remercier tout le monde qui supporte nous pour tout le temps ça, qui a servi la communauté, qui a fait le travail qu'on a fait. Parce que sans nous-mêmes, nous ne pouvons pas faire. So, nous sommes là, nous tous neuf là, qui campons là, nous campons là pour la communauté, nous campons pour famille, nous campons pour tout le monde. Nous avons continué la bataille pour l'éducation 100%. Nous ne pouvons pas blaguer nous. Nous là pour nous. Merci beaucoup pour tout le service. Nous merci beaucoup pour que nous votons nous encore pour nous servir l'école. Nous avons 30 000 personnes dans le district là, so on a toujours continué le travail. La fini pour famille en Haïti, on a continué à prier pour eux parce que nous connaissons pays à souffrir en pile. So, can en Haïti en prière. All right. So, I sort of translated what I did earlier in Creole that I didn't do, but I definitely want to. A special shout out and prayer goes out to Haiti because we know that Haiti's definitely under a lot of turmoil and instability at this point in time. So a special prayer to them. All right. Thank you. Thank you for listening.
Thank you, Commissioner Nato.
Madam President.
Yes, Commissioner
Thank
Moreno.
you. First, I want to say Happy New Year for our dear community, our staff, and everybody right here. This is our firstborn meeting. I want to congratulate Ileana being selected as a board president for the Latino community is an honor. Es un orgullo tener una presidenta latina. La quiero felicitar y le deseo lo mejor. And also want to congratulate Charlene being selected as a vice president, and I'm looking forward to work with each one of you. Unas palabras en español. Quiero felicitar a nuestra presidenta Ileana Chéveres. Es una latina que nos representa, nuestra vicepresidenta Charlene, y quiero felicitar a Isaiah, que es otro latino que fue seleccionado esta noche, a Dayan Barbosa, que fue reelecta, y a Stan Nerón. Para todos, un feliz año y próspero año nuevo. Bendiciones. Dios bendiga a nuestro distrito.
Thank you, Commissioner Moreno. Any other board member? Say something? Okay, seeing none. May I have the motion and second to adjourn the meeting?
I move to adjourn the meeting.
I second that motion.
The motion has been made and properly seconded to adjourn the meeting. Mr. Kennedy, roll call, please.
Barbosa.
Yes, thank you. Obrigada.
Carvalho.
Yes, good night.
Dorsley.
Yes, good night.
Jacobs.
Yes, good night. Happy New Year, everyone.
Marina Ortega.
Yes, good night.
Naron.
Yes, good night. God bless you all.
Goncalves Pestana.
Yes, good night, everyone.
Rivera.
Yes.
And President Chevres.
Yes, good night and Happy New Year. Feliz años a todos y buenas noches. Gracias.